Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to today's tried and tested. Now this one is a Christmas crochet, so fingers crossed you find a pattern or two in here that I have made that you may find interesting. Okay, so before we get started, please remember to check your subscription, make sure you are subscribed and your little bell is set to all. That way you won't miss any videos that come out over the next few months. YouTube like to push the buttons for you sometimes and switch you off. Right, so today's video is all about different patterns that I've tried and tested over the last few years. They're not all going to be mine. I am actually going to sneak in a set of mine, but you'll be alright. There's going to be lots of other creators there as well. Now all of these patterns came from the box under the table, okay, so, and if you like the look of any of them, if I can fit them in, I will put either video tutorials up in the I button, or links to them I should say, or they'll be in the description box down below as best as I can, and I will also tell you the name of the creator, the name of the pattern, and of course where you can get it from. So should we start with the first one? Here it is, and now this one is by our beautiful Reggie at J Hook Crochet. This is her Gondolin elf hat, okay, easy crochet pattern. It's available in a PDF over on Etsy for approximately £3.80. Of course the price will change if you're in a different country, and it also fluctuates because of the exchange rate, because of course our Reggie is not in the UK or America. Now I did change this one up a bit. She uses a solid a cake in hers that changes colour as she goes, whereas I actually changed the colours every 4 repeats. I'm going to say it like that, every 4 repeats on the main body of the hat, that's when I changed colour. So that way, that gives you an idea if you've got the pattern where to put the changes. And I used a green and a red sparkly with a silver sparkly for the brim. So it's silver sparkly, then a plain green, and then a red sparkly. That was an Audi yarn, and these ones were from B&M. Whether they've got them in anymore, I really don't know. I haven't been there to have a look for a very long time, because the yarns were purchased before COVID kicked in. Yeah, so that long ago. But the pattern itself is, I believe, a 2-row repeat, if I remember rightly, with a bit of modification at the ends and things. I don't want to give too much away, but it is really a lovely and simple to follow. Okay, as long as you can do singles crochets, this is US terms, single crochet and a double, you're laughing. It's really that simple. And another pattern of Reggie's that I done around the same time is her crochet stocking pattern. It's the Whoville Christmas stocking. I know what film it's from, Reggie, but can I pronounce it? Can I? Okay, so it's the Whoville Christmas stocking. I'm going to hopefully pop a picture on screen for you of my one. It was in purple and white, if I remember rightly. I did have a lot of fun doing this one. It was really lovely to work up. A little cheeky trick was to pop to my local pound shop and pick up a sock. I picked up a couple of pairs of socks the largest size I could possibly get that had as much stretch as possible, and I sewed those into the stocking, and that way when I put stuff in, that sock stretched and the crochet didn't, so it was a cheeky way of lining it. I can't remember if Reggie suggests lining it or not, but I did, and it worked wonders for me, and that thing is still holding up, and it's been used every day since. I believe I was one of her testers for this one as well, so it's been up a little while now. November, around what was it, 2021 that came out, I believe, and of course I was one of the testers, so there we go, I got that one in. And remember, links to Reggie at J Hook Crochet's Etsy shop will be in the description box down below, along with a link to her channel, so go and have a nose. She's got so many brilliant videos over there, and very informative videos as well. Now Reggie does also have some absolutely beautiful other patterns. She's got shawls, she's got scarves, hats, you name it, that girl's got us covered. And so check the link in the description box down below for her pattern lists and her shop, sorry. Right, the next pattern up is another large stocking. Now this one is the Cozy Cottage Christmas stocking. The pattern is videos, and they come in left and right handed versions, and they're by Pattern Paradise. I found this one quite nice to work. Now when I made this, I was in the first year of my crocheting journey, so I was super chuffed that I'd done it. Okay, now although I've shown you this one, if you are not overly confident in making a crocheted Christmas stocking, but you still want to try something, there's always this little one here, which is a really cute little Christmas decoration for your tree. Now it can hold a sweet or something as well. Now I made hundreds of these, well it felt like hundreds of these things. I think I made about 40 of them in the end, over a matter of a week. I donated them to a local care home so they could sell them off as little fundraisers. But the pattern for this one is how to make a crochet mini stocking. It's a video that's about 6 years old now. It's by Whistle and Ivy, a modern crochet. Again, the link to this one will be in the description box down below. Okay, let's move it over to more Christmas decorations. And this one is a little crochet mini Christmas wreath, and that's also what it's called. It's the crochet mini Christmas wreath tutorial, and it's by Girly Bunches. Okay, now I got addicted to this one as well. I thought it was really sweet, and then sort of made quite a few of those, got a little bored, so I had another nose, and I came across this other one, and it is the crocheted wreath ornaments, and it's by Croton Crafts. Again, the information will be in the description box and down below. Okay, now their one just used red yarn to create little berries, which I did do initially, okay, but I got really annoyed with doing French knots. Never really liked sewing French knots, even when I cross stitched. So this one here actually has really minuscule beads, so little beads and a little bow. So that's what I changed up on that one. Okay, but again, their information, description box and down below. They're both free tutorials. Now the next one's one of mine. Have you ever wanted to tackle origami? No? Okay, don't worry about it then. She says. Are you looking for a cheeky way to hide those gift cards this year and give your friend or family something a bit more fun? Then have you seen my cheeky little tutorial here? Now this one is for a Christmas card holder. Now you've got a choice of two different style snowmen, one with sticky arms, or stick arms I should say, and one with a more solid arm. There is also a gingerbread man. Yeah, you can see same base pattern, different colours. And a cheeky snowman. Now these are really ideal because what you do is you make them up, and as you're working them you leave a little gap, and that gap is where the card sits in, the gift card sits in. They take probably about 2 hours, but if you decide not to bother adding that slit in and instead you add stuffing, you'll have actually created your very first amigurumi if you've never tackled them before, because the same principles for these guys as these guys. It's exactly the same stitches, exactly the same pattern. The only difference being this one's got a slit and this one's filled up with stuffing. So the tutorials for these ones will be in the I button up above, and there is also a written pattern over on the Ravelry shop if you fancied working from the written pattern over the tutorial itself. Okay, so I button for the video and the link down below will take you through to the written pattern for this one. So yeah, I told you I'd sneak one of mine in. We also have this heavy, because I've still not emptied it, wine box holder. Now this is very cheeky fairy wine box holder. She does still need her wings, but I haven't managed to pick up any from the pound shop. I didn't see the point in actually buying those. Now it's a wine box holder. Now some countries like Australia, you can buy your wine in boxes. Now I actually managed to pick my box up from Aldi's, but I tell you what, the wine in it is disgusting, hence why it's still in there. I'm actually going to empty the bladder, rinse the bladder and just fill it up with juice or water or something so that I can help myself during lives. But the reason she is cheeky is because underneath this skirt is actually where the tap comes out. Now the pattern for this one is available over on my Ravelry shop. There is a video for a Father Christmas version on the channel already. Now I haven't got that pattern, that one to hand. It's in a cupboard and I've put stuff in front of it. But his tap is clearly on show. I will make sure I put a photograph up that side of me. So there you go. That's the cheeky Santa. Very, very cheeky. And when you go onto my website, onto my Ravelry, sorry, this is the picture that you're looking out for her pattern. Right, and of course the links to the Father Christmas will be in the description box down below. But it's a really cute way of hiding that naughty adult box of drink, even if you add it to the Christmas table. My mother-in-law has got one of each over in Australia. She loves getting my father-in-law to fill it up because it means that it sits on her Welsh dresser so she can wheel her wheelchair over and help herself to the wine. Oh, Christmases are very quiet in her house. Now onto the amigurumi section of this video, and now this one here is so cute. I have made him 3 years in a row. The first year I made him, they were all very scary and should have been Halloween items. The second year I made him, he looked like this guy here. And the third year, which was last year, I upsized. Actually, it wasn't last year, was it? It was this year. Yeah, I've upsized him this year for my decorations. Okay, so, and this pattern, I'm sorry to say, I'm going to have to put the name on screen because I've got no way of pronouncing it. I really don't know how it's done, but the English section is Crochet Snowman Part 1 Amigurumi. Now, yes, this video is voiced over in another language, okay, so it's not in English. I think it might be Czech, I'm not 100% sure, but they do write all the directions on screen, okay, and if you run the subtitles through in English, it will hopefully do the same in English. But I managed it, and if I managed it, you will too. But it's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful pattern, and this one is done in DK, and this one is done in 2 strands. of a 4 weight, or what's they like to call here in Aldi's Aran. Aran's a method, not a weight. But it's an Aran weight, or a 4. Okay, so that's 2 strands to make this a big guy here. They don't actually take too long to do. It might sound strange, they don't. And they are so cute, so much so that I've made this one again, but turned him into a doorstop by adding a section, an extra section for his bottom. And then where I'm going to be putting the coal on here, like down here, I'm actually going to add a button so that I can take the stones out, the weight that I've used, so that I can take it out if I want to shove them in the washing machine. Okay, you're not meant to, you're meant to just clean them gently, but we all know I've got a Liam, and Liam loves hugging them. So I've had to raid my stash and get this one before Liam finds them. Okay, now that's nearly it. Now the last one is a really rough looking, okay, really rough. I think he was my second or third big amigurumi. Now this next one is a part works, so there are 4 videos to the set so that you can make this cheeky Rudolf here. There we go. It's called Reindeer on Crochet, and it's by World Bears. Again, the link will be in the description box down below. Now mine's really got a dodgy head, and I attempted to do a wibble wobble arms, but they're so wibble wobble they're gonna fall off. He's been understuffed as well, but he was actually made with pound shop yarn. That's right, pound shop. And now I know about pound shop only being 50 gram balls. I don't really touch it anymore, but it's an Aran weight yarn, okay, that I used with this guy. Now this pattern again is not in English, but it is written on, the instructions are written on screen, so again you will be able to do it. If you are unsure, just watch the video slow the video down a bit and count the stitches, because they're only going to be, they only use American term single crochet, UK term double crochet, and so they only use that one style of stitch to go round and round and round. So it's just a case of working out how many you're doing before any sort of increase. But honestly, written on screen, you'll ace it. Right, that's it for the items that I've got to show today. There are more up in the loft, okay? Now, if you want some more inspiration, why not jump over to my playlists, where you will find a 12 Days of Christmas playlist. In there are lots of videos. Well, there's 12 for each year that I did it. Lots of videos where you will see these items and a few others, or quite a few others. And within those videos, of course, in the description boxes, there are links to all patterns that we used, whether they have been paid for, written patterns, free patterns, or tutorials, all in those videos description boxes. Oh, it gets confusing. I will make sure that the playlist is linked up above for you. Right, that is it for me for today. I will see you all really soon. Please remember, stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Goodbye, everybody.